Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to another video and hope you guys are doing well today. Now, following on to the other video where I talked about Resto Shaman in retail and I was playing the Totemic hero talent, this time I'm trying out the Farseer, the other hero talent, which revolves around summoning ancestors that duplicate your spellcast, which is a super cool concept. I've played this a couple of times and I have to say I haven't got on with it so far, which is really surprising because I thought I would. Effectively, so this is the key choice talent node, right? You've got Undulation, which is your third healing wave or healing surge, heals for an additional 50%, and will also then summon a ancestor. Or you can switch it to Unleash Life, which allows you to guarantee an ancestor spawn every 15 seconds for 12 seconds. So you get a lot higher uptime with that. We've gone with a little bit, I've kind of done my own build here, where I have a chance to kind of respawn an ancestor when they run out. Riptides continuously spawn ancestors. And when they run out, they put a bubble on people. So I'm kind of going to try something a little bit. Again, I haven't taken a build or anything for this. I'm just trying it myself. So let's see how it goes. One thing I am going to miss is having instant cast healing rains, because that's a lot of our damage. And yeah, I mean, so I don't know how easy it's going to be to see that we're getting. So I've managed to get a healing Riptide, sorry, on every single person in the group. Get a little, there's my first ancestor spawn, which you can see. Get the healing rain down, and I mean, we are putting out quite a lot of healing here. Going to put both totems. Kick the cast. So I'm interested to know how much that bubble does as an absorb afterwards. That's kind of what this build that I've kind of put together does. Hydra bubble, it's 9th. That's not great, is it? Oh, they are actually spawning quite commonly. Okay, with this. Oh yeah, we literally do have a chamois of every single spec. That's really cool. But yeah, so on a boss fight, again, I'm going to spawn it with a lava burst just to get one out. But, I mean, I'm going to get like 2 casts off and then it's going to run out. Yeah. But there's no healing going on at the moment. So there's kind of no benefit to me. I am just putting Riptides on people at this point just to try and get one to spawn. But no, we didn't. It feels like that being the choice node is a weird choice, right? The capstone is cool, so it gives us like a guaranteed ancestor every 30 seconds, which we will be using on this pack. I'm going to use it to spawn like a insta healing rain, try and get some damage down quick into the pack. Let's actually go to damage done. Oh, we pulled everything in here. Okay. So spawn the ancestor, done that. I don't know if it spawns a second healing rain. Let's try and get some chain lightnings out. But that's it. It's gone. Like, it does not last very long at all. So I feel like if you don't like the totem, like you really don't like the totem build, playing this as almost a passive option is quite cool, I suppose. I don't know that there's going to be a way for me to track how much they actually added. But if I go to overall, I mean, Chain Heal is my 7th thing from the Ancestor, Hydra Bubble is 10th, Healing Surge is 11th, so they've actually have added a fair bit. Maybe I'm just kind of judging them too soon. We get an Instacast Healing Rain, which is really nice to be able to do. Gonna throw down some totems, and again, oh, so we've got 2 Ancestors up at the moment, which is kind of insane. I wish I could do something with it. 2 ancestors up at the moment again. So throw down the healing rains. Do we get multiple ticks there? Doesn't look like it. Let's go to damage. No, it doesn't look like they're adding extra ticks, which is fine. It would be very strong, I think, if that was the case. But we're going to insta-cast that. We've got 2 up, or we had 2 up for a short while there. And we're just going to fire off damage. Is this making our single target look really impressive? It really isn't, actually. Yeah, I feel like there just needs to be more ways to proc ancestors, and this would be really cool. Am I wrong here? Like, does anyone else have any thoughts? I'm really interested to hear if anyone else has played this and if they have any thoughts. But for me, it just feels like they're extra healing for nothing. So it's very, very passive extra healing. But I just don't feel the impact of them, which is some of the complaints that people are having with other specs and classes, right? Like Rogue is a big example at the moment where their hero talents are strong. They really are. But they just don't feel like they're even there sometimes, right? They're very, very passive and almost irrelevant. In terms of healing this one, it's a lot less frustrating. I'll say that for sure. Like, yes, I've put down a healing rain, but I feel like because my healing rain isn't my hero talent, it's not the be all and end all. It's not like making me super mad that he's not staying in it, right? Obviously, there is still, it's a little bit frustrating, but it's not the be all and end all. But, you know, at the moment, I mean, I've not had an Ancestor proc now for, I don't know. I get one there because I used the guaranteed spawn. So there is the other thing where you can go with Heed My Call, lasts an extra 4 seconds, which I do feel like would be the way to go. And then, yeah, like you basically just have them out a lot more. Okay, got one spawned there. And this is quite a juicy pull. So let's see. Let's just go to current segment. We're going to put down a healing rain here. More Riptides, more Riptides, much more Riptides. Let's just throw a cheeky little Chain Lightning in there. Many more Riptides. So maybe it's just because we're in normals and the damage isn't high enough where I'm needing to use Healing Wave and Healing Surge that much. But yeah, generally, like, I'm just not seeing enough of them procced for it to be cool, and it's such a cool thing. What I would almost prefer is a permanent Ancestor following me, but it did like 20% or 10%, right? Like, it's just there as like a permanent totem, effectively. That would have been really cool. What we have now is a proc where, you know, sometimes it's useful, sometimes it's not. And you're kind of relying on RNG a little bit to just hope that it's out during high periods of healing. I do wonder in raids whether you would absolutely blast with this just because of the amount of, like, you know, you're constantly going to be healing. Even if you just throw Riptides on as many people and spot healed, right? You're going to need to just... You're going to have a lot of them spawn. So I wonder if the extra healing there would kind of make up for it. In terms of the spec, I mean, the spec plays absolutely identical. From what I understand, there is like a Riptide build and a Chain Heal build. I would pretty much always play the Riptide build. It's how I've always played Chamois. It's how I've got used to Chamois. You know, you talk Wrath, Kata, Mop. You very much just Riptide everyone and carry on with your day. I really do like, so you do get extra Earth Shield charges, which feels amazing, so you don't just have to cast it so often. It's like now, like, okay, I'm going to get one spell off with that Ancestor. I've literally cast one spell and he's gone. So, yeah, maybe the other one is just better, but I would then get less procs of it, right? Like, instead of getting lots of 6-second ones, I would get less frequent 10-second ones. We do actually need to heal here because you never pull all these three together. Just general rule, if you don't take anything else from this video, never pull all three of these together. It is an absolute horror story. They put the Smash Rock already does like a good amount of damage. You then combine it with the fact that it's stacking a debuff. It's kind of spicy. So I haven't even been tracking if I've had any Ancestors during this. I'm literally just kind of trying to spam heals and Riptides on people. This could be a nice little healing wave on the tank here. Boop. So, I mean, in terms of healing, that was like 300k healing, I imagine, like 200 at the end of the fight. with very little effort. Ancestor doing 9%, you know, then another 4% with Hydra Bubble. So it is definitely like doing stuff. And I think for complete laziness, not having to put the totem down to like make the most out of your build, like Farseer definitely has a thing. And I do wonder at like, you know, higher M plus or in raids where you're having to actively use your healing wave and healing surge a lot more. You play the build where it lasts longer. You could see a lot of benefit out of it, but in general, it's just not, you know, you play some of the other classes and you get your hero talent. It's like, oh my God, it's game changing. It's different. It's cool. And this doesn't quite hit me in the same way. So, yeah, thanks for watching. More videos coming soon. It's looking like it's going to be Elemental next. I'm going to try Stormbringer and whatever the other one is. Probably Farseer again, actually. So, yeah, thanks for watching, guys. More videos coming soon, and peace.